So just to give you a bit of a background, plateaus are basically what happens whenever your body's adapted to a training program. So whatever it is, after a certain amount of time, your body gets used to it and you don't see the changes that you saw in the beginning. And that's usually a sign that you should change things up. Now, what a lot of people don't tell you though is how to react whenever you get a plateau. Now, in the beginning, like I said, I don't really hit that many plateaus, but if ever I did, I went through a lot of stages. I went through, I was very angry at the fact that I hadn't gained anything after so many weeks of, putting in effort and eating and the time. Then you kind of, for a while you're a bit, down on yourself, which is okay. You go through stages, and then eventually you accept it and you want to move on and you start planning, and then you get over the plateau. But basically it is a bit harder whenever you do hit a plateau, obviously. The main thing is just to start, if you ever hit a plateau, just know that it can be busted through, and try to get over it as fast as possible. So I'm going to move on to tip number 1. Always keep a logbook. Keep a very detailed account of all your lifts and all the poundage that you actually lifted in those workouts. Because eventually, after you hit a plateau, what you want to do is switch up your program. But at the same time, you're going to want to go back to that old program you're using, and you want to see if you got stronger during your plateau busting period. So always keep a detailed logbook. Keep it in a small binder. That's what I do. Keep it at home, and whenever you want to reference back to it, you'll have it. Okay, so tip number 2 is a pretty simple tip, and it's one that's very hard to get whenever you're kind of motivated to put on as much muscle as possible, and you hit a plateau. So you email somebody, like I emailed Vince in the past, and I've said, stop gaining, I don't know what to do, I feel down, and he tells me to rest, which is the exact opposite of really what I want to do, but it's exactly what I need. If ever you feel like you're in a plateau or in a rut, you're probably, or maybe close to verging on overtraining, the best thing to do is to rest, still eat clean for a couple days. Either take 3 days or even a complete week, depending on how long you've been training. But rest is the key to ensuring you continue to grow afterwards. Less is more. Now, I know it's a cliche saying, but it actually applies to muscle building just as it applies to all the other sayings out there. A lot of times whenever I'm doing a workout, I think that maybe, since I'm not growing anymore, I should be doing more work. When it's not the case. If anything, you should cut back the volume and just keep up the intensity. That's what I found to continue to grow without hitting a plateau. Or if I've hit a plateau, sometimes I just do that to allow my body to recuperate a bit more. So remember, less is sometimes more. So tip number 4 is how to stay motivated. And sometimes it's not even about a plateau that you've hit in your body composition, but it's a plateau you've hit in your motivation. And what I do is I keep an Excel file of a bunch of links from either YouTube or different fitness sites with videos that inspire me. And whenever I'm feeling a bit less motivated, I just pop up one of those videos and I watch it before a workout or just in the morning to get me pumped up for my day. So keep some videos like that, or even keep some magazine articles with the bodies you want to resemble. And I find that really helps me stay motivated. And if ever I'm in a demotivated state, I just wrap myself back up with these kind of videos. Okay, so tip number 5 is my final tip here today, and some of the things that Vince mentions in his book is that whenever you hit a plateau, you should do upside down training, which is basically taking your entire training program and reversing it. So if you did, back first and then say biceps and calves one day, you're going to want to put calves first and maybe biceps second and then back, last. So you're starting to train your weaker body parts, or ones that you paid less attention to. Primary in the workout. Other things that I've got from different references is you could try a circuit of 12 different exercises covering the entire body without any rest between exercises. So you're going to want to keep the poundage a bit less, just keep the intensity up. You could try using a heavier weight, complete 6 sets of 6 reps, doing like a 3-minute interval sprint in between these. Just anything to kind of switch things up and keep your body guessing. So be creative in your program. Try different things and try reversing around, the exercises. Just don't add any more volume than you need to. Remember that less is more, and remember the tips that I've given today, and they should help you just like they've helped me.